She tucks the condoms into his pocket. I stand there and watch. The new girl marks her territory, and I just freeze. My throat closes up. I refuse to speak. Cole leans down. He loves this. Why are you being so good, Sadie? He whispers against my ear. No screaming. He taps the pocket. The condoms crinkle. Want to use them with me later? I force myself to stay quiet. Outsiders see a couple. I see the leash. I never cared about his money before. I never kissed up to him, but that was before I understood the food chain. My mom's high-paying job? She scrubs floors for his parents. If I piss him off, my mom gets fired. It's that simple. So I swallow the toxic jealousy. I play the role of the obedient girlfriend. I trade my dignity for my mother's paycheck. Just before college applications were due, I went to a house party with my friend Naomi to blow off steam. Bad luck. I ran right into Cole. They were loud, discussing who Cole should lose his virginity to after graduation. Cole, come on, someone jeered. You're finally turning legal. Who's it gonna be? Sadie? Or are you gonna pop the cherry with our lovely it girl here? Cole's voice cut through the noise. Lazy, arrogant, knock it off. You're scaring Remy. Remy sat next to him. Her cheek flushed a delicate pink. Look at that, they laughed. The innocent flower sitting right there, and you're keeping your hands to yourself? A regular saint. Cole chuckled. Say that in front of Remy again, and I'll break your jaw. Remy looked up, her eyes shimmering with practiced courage. Actually, I can do it. Blushing furiously, she tucked a box of strawberry-flavored condoms into his pocket. The room erupted in wolf whistles. I froze. My stomach dropped like a stone. I turned to leave. Hey Cole, looks like the wifey is here to check on you. Cole looked up, his eyes locking onto mine. He crooked a finger. Sadie, come here. I had no choice. I walked over. He grabbed my wrist and yanked. I landed hard on his lap. The scent of expensive whiskey and mint hit me, overwhelming my senses. I flinched, turning my head away instinctively. Cole laughed. The sound was low, vibrating against my back. You're so well behaved lately. No jealousy. His hand tightened on my waist, heat radiating through the fabric of my dress. We're both adult. Want to use this with me tonight? I pushed against his chest, my palms sweating. Stop it. People are watching. He stroked my hair like he was petting a dog. Relax. They're just joking. Don't be mad. I'm not mad, I said. My voice was flat, even. Cole's smirk faltered. Come on. Don't be stubborn. I know you, Sadie. I know exactly what you're thinking. He continued. Don't take it out on Remy. She heard we almost broke up and said if you weren't cool with her, she'd back off. She just wants us to be happy. There's nothing going on between us. I smiled. It didn't reach my eyes. MH. I believe you. Don't worry. I didn't come over here for that. Cole paused, his brow furrowing. Then why are you here? Weren't you checking up on me? I looked him dead in the eye. Since when do you like me checking up on you? Relax. I'm just here to grab a drink with my friends. I'm leaving now. Naomi is waiting for me. I gotta go. Chapter 2. I tried to stand up. Cole's hand shot out, his fingers locking around my wrist. Hard. Wait. He pursed his lips, his dark eyes boring into mine. Applications are due soon. Put down USC. With me. He tightened his grip just for a second before letting go. We're staying together in college. Walking away from him, my back was damp with cold sweat. I replayed my reaction in my head, over and over. Did I smile enough? Was I obedient enough? Did I annoy him? I knew the reality. One word from this entitled prince, and my mom would be fired. That night, I stared at the college application portal. The cursor blinked, mocking me. With my grades, I could get into Stanford, one of the best schools in the country. USC was where Remy wanted to go. I sat there, paralyzed. If I went behind Cole's back, if I secretly applied to Stanford, what would he do when he found out? Cole and I started dating sophomore year. He was the school legend, the king, handsome, top grades, old money. Love letters filled his locker every day. I was nobody, just a girl with her nose in a book, covered in graphite smudges. Aside from my grades, I was invisible. We were worlds apart. But back then, he made me feel safe. He knew I suffered from low blood sugar. His pockets were always stuffed with fruit candy, just for me. He installed a custom seat on the back of his expensive motorcycle, just so he could ride me home. I came from a single-parent home. My mom had an elementary school education. For years, she scrubbed dishes in restaurants until her hands were wrinkled and raw, earning pennies. Cole knew I was poor. He tried to give me money constantly. I never took a cent, because I really loved him. I thought that by refusing his money, I was buying equality. I thought we were standing on the same level. Then, the miracle happened. Shortly after we started dating, my mom landed a dream job. Our financial situation flipped overnight. Mom said she was lucky. Her employer was kind. Families like that usually demand degrees. But they made an exception for her. Full benefit, flexible time off, triple her old salary. She didn't have to break her back anymore. She stopped staying up all night worrying about my tuition. I always thought Cole was my lucky star. But when did it start to change? I think it was the day Remy transferred. She was a charity case, just like me, but she was poorer and prettier. Long, silky hair, skin like fine porcelain, a soft voice with a southern lilt that made her sound fragile. Day one, she was crowned the school's new it girl. Day one, she was called on to read an English passage. The teacher mocked her southern drawl. Remy slumped on her desk and cried for an hour. Half the class surrounded her, comforting her, including Cole. He stared at her for a long time. After that, he started helping her. Little things. Remy would blush, stammering her thing, looking at him like he was a god. And slowly, they got closer. Chapter 3. At first, I didn't think too much of it. Just classmates helping classmates. Then came gym class. My blood sugar crashed. The world tilted on its axis. Gray spots danced in my vision. I stumbled over to Cole. Instinct took over. I reached into his pocket for the fruit candy he always kept there for me. He pulled back slightly, spreading his hands. I didn't bring any. I managed a weak laugh. Yeah, right? Who are you kidding? I remembered a time he realized he'd forgotten my candy halfway to school. He turned his motorcycle around, raced to the convenience store, and risked detention just to make sure I had it. I reached in anyway. My fingers brushed against something. Not the wrapper of a fruit chew, but a small, elastic band. A hair tie. My smile stiffened. It felt like plaster cracking on my face. Cole smiled, casual as ever. Remy forgot hers last time and got yelled at for having her hair down. I keep a spare for her now. I stood there, the dizziness from the low blood sugar mixed with a sudden, sharp coldness in my chest, like a needle piercing right through. After that, I lost count of how many times he broke his own rules for her. Parker, his best friend, always looked down on me. He told everyone I wasn't good enough for Cole. Cole always dismissed it. He's just got a big mouth, Sadie. Ignore him. He's not a bad guy. But the moment Parker made a joke about Remy's southern accent, Cole cut him off, exploded on him. The custom seat on his motorcycle, it became her reserved throne. We'd been dating for a year. I asked him to pin our chat on iMessage. He refused. It's dangerous, he said. My parents might check my phone. Now, Remy was pinned at the very top. She struggled with English, so he hired a private tutor for her. He used to fight to sit next to me in class. Now he asked the teacher to swap seats so he could sit next to Remy. To help her study, he claimed. After school, he took her out, showed her the world she'd never seen. Her first trip to the coast, her first blue bottle coffee, her first tasting menu. Remy started calling him Big Brother. She accepted his charity with a terrifying ease. Everyone knew Cole had a new favorite, little sister. Behind my back, they gave me a new nickname, the X. I told myself over and over that he was just being kind. She was the poor transfer student. He was the savior. But it was eating me alive. I took relationships seriously. I didn't want to drift apart over this. I decided to sit him down, to talk. I believed in us. I believed that if I just explained how I felt, Cole would fix it.